Hey Joy fam! So as some of you may have noticed from my personal profiles, I've been traveling for a week and a half. I got back on the 10th of March. And as much as I was so excited to share my travels and to share all the things I experienced, tasted and people I've met, while I was away on the 7th of March, someone who I'd actually interviewed previously on the Joy seat, Mr Mohammed Ashfaak Latiff, passed on the 7th. And at the tender age of 55, I believe, he left this earth and went to be with his maker. He was a devout Muslim man, and my heart really went out to the family, and I felt so privileged to have even, been able to interview him. So I wanted to share a clip and just remind you of the wisdom that I felt that I got from him, and so you can meet him. And then I remember when I requested an interview from you, I mentioned this term, Babi.
Yeah.
And you said that it's actually offensive. Would you tell the audience why that is so they can hear it from you?
In this day and age, with our current political dispensation,
Yes.
there's certain names we don't adhere to.
Yes.
I mean, in the old days, people didn't put too much emphasis on this, calling of names and things. I mean, Babi is an Indian shopkeeper. I think it was referred to as a Babi.
Yes, as far as I know as well.
I prefer to work on first name basis.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not of Indian descent, so that's a bit of an irritation as well. I'm born in the country, and yeah.
Okay. And I remember when a friend of mine, I was sending her to the shop to come and see you, I said, oh, when you get there, you'll probably meet a lovely smiling face. How
Yes,
do you
thank
keep
you.
such a lovely, temperament through all these years of owning a local shop?
Just to go back a little, where I grew up in businesses.
Yeah.
My parents before me, and obviously my grandparents before them.
Yes.
It's inculcated in us. You smile and the whole world smiles with you. You sulk and you sulk alone.
Oh.
So it's quite important. I mean, no one wants to walk into a shop where someone ignores you or is grumpy all the time.
That is very true.
We get into a lot of conversation and we learn a lot about people that way. So it's important you have an honest expression on your face. Say it and mean it, they say.
I love that. Thank you so much for your time. I think the audience really appreciated hearing from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
So as you heard from that short clip, he really practiced that every single day, and I'm sure, as everybody is human, and he had imperfect days, but that was his ethos. And whenever I walked into a store, whenever I met him, that was his demeanor, and he could always be pleasant and polite, and I really admired that. In the inconsistent world that we can sometimes live in, it's beautiful that there are some people that can find ways to be consistent. So my heart goes out to the Latiff family. May God grant you the peace and healing that you need during this time. And it was truly a privilege to have interviewed Mr. Mohammed Ashfaak Latiff. May you rest in peace.